Do Brooklyn and Brian survive Strippergate? And how does it all end for Alexis and Julius? To answer this and other important questions, allow me to take us back to the beginning. Hello and welcome to Lawd Lukan. It's time to take your grain of salt with a grain of salt as we regale another episode of Love After Lockup. On today's show, Julius gets a job as a car horn. Brooklyn thinks he's crazy.
Is he crazy?
Brian's on a mission.
Oh, it's traffic, bro. I'm gonna get there.
And Alexis makes Julius look like he's 3 feet tall. All this and more right here on the Lawd Lukan channel.
Hey, what are you saying?
You, like, what you talking about?
Hail traveller, how do you do, and my hearties to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people, and an alto doorstep to the lords and ladies of the Lukan Manor. So far we've covered a few couples, and even fewer have failed to make it through to boot camp. But we've got some more today, because fastening up their latest one last time this season is Brooklyn and Brian. And the last time we saw them, Brian and his friend were tempted by the lure of the doll's house. I mean, where else could you watch boobies jiggling about and be culturally enriched by the National Geographic Channel? What I've also noticed about this place is the guys flash stacks of hundreds, but just throw ones at the ladies. But my delightful buttercup, it's not an ordinary strip club, you know. No, it's been setting records. In the first 2 years, they had 180 call-outs to the emergency services. Amongst the crime reported included homicide, multiple shootings, felony assaults, robbery, burglary, drug overdoses, drug use, prostitution, motor vehicle thefts, and a stabbing, and other illegal activities. Quite what other criminal activities there are left to do after that list, I'm not really sure. Jaywalking? But now they've got to slap the word classic on the sign, and it's all fine. According to their own review, the classic doll's house. See, now it sounds much more civilized. They offer a classy and clean environment for a memorable night out. Okay, not sure about that. Memorable, certainly. The restaurant and strip club features affordable drinks. I'm sure they are. A friendly and engaging DJ. And welcoming staff, including management, and the beautiful people working there. Sure. Despite being an adult club, it is a safe space for all visitors. See, it's a fun place for all the family. I'd probably ID that one though. The food is highly praised, standing out from other similar venues. They are of course talking about the culinary greatness of Mr. P's Wings and Things. $5 for 5 wings and some fries, with a choice of gloss or matte brown stuff. The staff, including bartenders like Kimber, contribute to a memorable experience for guests. I'd say someone getting shot is pretty memorable. They handle situations promptly, then you can get your situation handled in one of these lovely little booths probably, ensuring a safe and enjoyable atmosphere for everyone, but maybe not for dogs. Yeah. Then there is this woman, no idea why. She's just there to give you a disapproving look if you get a bit handsy. Anyway, Brian and Adrian thought better of it.
In the heat of the moment, hell yeah, it was a good idea. But all Charlie, hell no, that was some dumbass.
He got all confused as to whether he should be nodding or shaking his head. That was some dumbass shit, works perfectly fine with a shake. Gives it that, what the hell was I thinking vibe. But if you give it the whole, that was some dumbass shit, with a nod, it seems like you're kind of approving of it. Like, yeah, that was some dumbass shit. And while we're here, what's with Adrian's name? You can't make Adrian cool. It's like calling your son Gary and spelling it Gary, or Brian, but spelling it Brian. You have a crap name. Don't embarrass yourself by trying to make it look cool. I was nearly called Bernard. I know, can you imagine? Lord Bernard. Shout out to Gwendolyn in the audience if you're watching. Meanwhile, back at headquarters, and Brooklyn is anxious as Brian's curfew is fast approaching.
Where the are you?
And he replies with a line we all hate here at the manor.
Bro, it's traffic, bro.
Bro. Yeah, that front door is slightly more locked than it was 2 minutes ago. Some of the women in this show might not know a lot, but they sure as hell know the word nonchalant.
I don't understand the nonchalantness of everything that's going on.
Nonchalance, or nonchalantness, is just stoicism for retards. And Adrian, who is scoring pretty low in the girlfriend-friendly stakes, manages to compound that mistake even further.
And then he pulling up in my grass.
I'll be out there with a shotgun, parking on my damn grass. Although this whole bit did remind me of something.
Hello?
Bro, I'm like 26 minutes away.
Whoa, hold your horses, man. What's the problem?
Bro, it's traffic, bro. I'm gonna get there.
I'm not even fucking joking with you, man. Do not be bringing some fucked up poop up to my house.
I don't know, maybe we driving too fast. I don't know.
Not my fucking problem, man. You fucked her up. You fucking deal with it.
Yeah, alright.
I don't know you. Who is this? Don't come here. I'm hanging up the phone. Prank caller. Prank caller.
Hang up.
What the?
Yeah, I know. I mean, why would you stop painting there? I think she must have got the wrong shade. I bet she did the hall, didn't have enough to do this one wall here, and didn't want to buy a whole new tin, so she just bought one of those sample pots and realised the sample pots are crap. And what brush was she even using here? Must have taken ages to paint them. She does now, of course, have a lovely 3 different shades of greys in here. One with the green base, one with the blue base, and this sort of dark one. Anyway, not only does he park on the grass, which is something that's been illegal here since medieval times, punishable by either the stocks or a jolly good paddling. See, this one even had judges to hold up scorecards. And not only has he parked his ass on the grass, but he's also being lazy and expecting someone else to close the door for him.
Out my grass! Out my grass! No problem!
Yeah, no problem. But you'll be retrieving it from somewhere the sun doesn't shine. You know, like Minnesota or Brook. But she's way more gracious than I as she goes to shut it. Go on, give that door a good slam. He wants the door shut? Yeah, we'll show him how to shut a door.
You slowed up the process.
Bye! See you later!
Yeah, sort of nicely and not too hard. You showed him, Brooklyn. And it's way more dignified than I would have been. So, good job you. Because according to the internet, men love it when you slam their doors.
Pizza. Oh my God. You raise a man? You gotta raise a man. She got a strong arm.
You guys want something to
Hey! After looking not so manly in front of his friend, Brian decides to try and take back the command and show her that she's not the boss of him and that he's like a big boy now and won't be.
Anything else, boss?
Bro, bye.
Irritating.
Yep, she confiscates his phone and sends him mooching up the stairs like a naughty little child. Now go to your room. You've been out past your curfew, and I don't want you playing with that kid from up the street anymore. Oh, Mum. So, in the grey house, in the grey room, in the grey t-shirt, Brooke begins her grey interrogation.
Get home on time. So what y'all was doing?
It's all very familiar, this, isn't it? Guy goes off to buy clothes. Guy accidentally gets sidetracked by some side vaginas.
Went to go get clothes. Came back here.
Where'd you go after the clothes store?
He couldn't have even got in the club anyway. They got home at 3:01, but the place doesn't open till 3.
You didn't go where?
Look, club.
For what?
Mr. P's super fantastic wings and things, of course. 5 wings and some fries for just $5. And don't forget that Kimber, of course, whoever that is, and Creepy Mike, the dog molester. Weird. I mean, what's not to love? Personally, I love to watch when a guy gets his lie read back to him, and we get to watch their faces. They realise how crap their excuse was.
You went outside to look at the building?
Oh, yeah. And as Brooklyn launches into a 3-hour lecture about why he's a naughty boy,
Is he crazy?
we sneak off to see what's happening with Julius and Alexis. And when we last saw them, Julius was trying to work out what those strange devices meant, and Alexis went to cry in the wardrobe. So Julius goes in and uses his silver tongue to persuade her to come out.
We good.
We good? Yeah, the sentence, well, it's not really even a sentence, is it? It's 2 words. The sentence that cures everything, apparently. He tried it in the car park and tried it in the bathroom. But does it work this time?
We good.
Oh, well, now you say it like that, I'm totally convinced. And now everything is fine again. She makes him look like a tiny weeny child when she stands next to him like that. And they have a delightful chat about the future and what they need to make it all work.
Like, I think you really need to go ahead and try to get that job and get your license.
You don't need no job. You talking about?
A job? Pfft, that's what other people do, isn't it? No way. He's got his rap career to consider. I mean, who else is going to release badly timed, badly written, forgettable tracks that make everybody else look capable? In fact, getting a job is so not his job that he'd rather send a pregnant woman to work harder in the care industry, which of course could be physically demanding.
Pick some hours up.
What? I said, what?
Rather than bruise his self-esteem by actually doing something. We all know he was talking about the F-word naughty thing that's sweeping the USA, which of course he was previously charged with. So, firstly, he'd rather ruin or take the lives of dozens of people rather than work up a sweat on his own back. Nice guy. And a dealer is a delivery boy. That's all they are. The only difference with that and a real job is that if you get sacked, you either get put in a box or you get put in a box. And as usual, he's just an ungrateful child with severe main character syndrome.
I'm not about to be no delivery boy. That's not me.
But we need a job.
He might think his 45,000 followers are there because they like him. I'm sure many are. But we're really interested in how terrible he is. He's a musical disappointment, a physical joke, and the most selfish or talentless, delusional, soon-to-be irrelevant nobody ever to grace our streams on Lalu.
You don't support me at all. What do
So I didn't support you in prison?
So, the support with the house, the food, and an address to give to your PO? All that stuff is just like stuff, right? It's not got any bearing on anything, is it? Right?
What do you give me now?
A roof over your head, a car to drive.
I got
A car to drive.
So go and be in one of those places you've got to be then. Good. Fuck off.
I bought you clothes boxes, food boxes. Say I need more. You have.
You were. In fact, here's you saying it just 2 seconds earlier.
You don't support me at all.
That sounded pretty much like you said she didn't do anything for you. I'm watching this and I can't even listen to this disrespectful mouth flapping about. And if it hasn't frustrated you enough yet, he then says this.
You're in my presence right
But that's-
now. What are you talking about?
In his presence, like he's a king or something. He's a fucking idiot. That's the closest he'll ever get to royalty. I really hope that after seeing his escapades this season, all he'll have left are the type of women who accept this behaviour and the type of women who treat people like shit too. High-value ladies like those of you watching, and what a delightfully attractive bunch of people you are too. We wouldn't entertain this sort of orphaness, would we? And there's a clear difference between her big words and her big actions.
It's a privilege to be in my presence, to have a woman that's willing to do all this for you.
So act like it. Act like you've got standards and boundaries, and maybe people will treat you better. Simply because they've got no option to treat you badly because you respect yourself. And one of the issues was that she gave herself to him immediately. No ID required to get in her club. Just walk on in and start shooting. So she got treated like she was disposable because that's how disposable acts. I put some coffee in a cup the other day, and do you know what came out of it? Coffee. Because you get what you fucking put in.
Because at the end of the day, you don't support me. You
All
don't
right,
do nothing
I hear
for
you.
me.
He says, sitting in a house with a breakfast she cooked in front of him. So she kicks him out, which won't be the first time, as we've already seen. And he heads off to pretend like he's a Father of the Year on TikTok. Is he redeemable? Not like Walmart, where he'd be like 20 cents of wet wipes. I mean, morally. Well, how's your symbolism? Check out this clip. I know, right? How interesting. And for those of you that had no idea what I'm talking about, which is probably all of you except me, see that? As he stood there, a sycamore seed from the tree fluttered down to his feet. Sycamores, as I'm sure you well know, are symbolic of long life, fertility, and regeneration. Will fertility bring around a renewed attitude? Will he grow as a man and a mentor to show his family that he can step up to provide and support them?
You got to leave.
Are you coming back?
Nope, I bet he'll just use the images of him and his daughter to make the girls go, oh, look at them together, he must be a great parent, hold my knickers. Yeah, if he doesn't end up dropping it. Juliana, they called it. Named her after a loser with no job, no talent, no respect for her mother, and an overinflated sense of self. Fantastic.
You leaving?
Well, she had to check. Wasn't sure if he was just leaving, or like leaving, or maybe just leaving. You can't be too careful these days,
You're not even looking at me.
Have you only just noticed? That guy hasn't looked at anybody except old Droop Troop all season. But I'm sure he'd love to look at your crazy hair-having, bonnet outdoors wearing, toothpaste-spilling butt. I'm assuming that's what that is. I believe Julius made an internal delivery at the club. He didn't just leave it by the back entrance. Maybe he should have.
I feel like I'm coming at you.
So, should I get boxing gloves or a towel?
Are you ready to be a father?
Man,
That's truck for It's Good.
man,
But of course, it's not Julius's fault. It's all about Alexis.
you make it impossible to do that.
How?
How you be acting?
Yeah, you and all your asking where he's been and wondering why he's hanging out with video girls and not accepting you hiding your seedy activities. So Julian leaves and comes back again, and they stay for a bit, and then he leaves again. After WETV said they got back together again. Good job, I think. I guess we'll be seeing them again next season. But what of Brooklyn and Brian? Well, gladly they've not got any kids. Yet. And what of the last word for all these couples? Well, I'm going to give it to Julius.
I'm
No one gives a flying fuck, my good friend. No one at all. Won't you go right about it in a rap so no one can go ahead and listen to it? So Alexis and Julius get a little green boxy thing and get to go through to the next round. Then I'm guessing we'll see Brooklyn again as soon as she's got a pregnancy story worth covering. And that's all I've got time for today. Thank you so much for stopping by with all your support and lovely comments. Big loves to all of you.
So if you enjoy what I do, then please do like, subscribe, and try one of these delightful offerings. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to my 3, and you take care of yourself.
Please subscribe now for our like